Drug abuse is a major global public health problem. About 5.6% of the global population aged 15 to 64 years consumed a drug at least once in 2016. The use of substances by the youths, especially students in tertiary schools, is increasing rapidly worldwide. This rise in drug use is associated with negative impact on students' health as well as their professional and social life. In a cross-sectional institution-based survey, we visited some randomly selected institutions within the Buea municipality, starting with the University of Buea, the only tertiary institution we went to, before deciding to trace the origin of what we saw a group of students doing, something called polydrug use. This is using more than one drug at a time. This intensifies the effects of any individual drug and makes them more dangerous. For example, alcohol can intensify the effects of painkillers. However, taking these drugs together makes it more likely that the user will stop breathing.
Keep it low key, keep it softly spoken, with no strings tying you to me. I'm happy in your company with no emotion, 'cause my love deserves to be free. I never wanna look at a house in the garden, I never wanna lock you down. I know you're not mine, it's just my turn, but we can still have fun for now.
I may appear close, but I actually just zoomed in all the way to avoid the possibility of being spotted by them. I've been standing behind a massive tree all along, a tree just big enough to keep me from sight whilst getting the best view. This group of students have most definitely boycotted classes to be here. They combine these drugs to boost their high, but doing this increases the risk of addiction, overdose, and other dangerous side effects. After creating new and more euphoric highs, they are now returning to the rest of intelligent society. That's how society gets corrupted. You notice that false sense of confidence? That is weed and cocaine at work. All this makes one question come to mind. How does drug abuse start? Most of the time, addiction comes on gradually, and the beginning can often be traced back to adolescence. Experimenting with prescription or over-the-counter drugs is a way for teens to endear themselves to their friends or to experience something new and potentially euphoric. So we drove off to Government Technical High School, Buea, as it became abundantly clear to me that there are over 205 known illicit drugs that people, especially youths, can mix and consume together for the purpose of creating pleasurable effects on the brain. The urge to know the root of addiction grows stronger. Upon arrival, we spotted a young individual around the school premises who looks overly confident, which is one of the very outstanding signs of someone who has been consuming drugs for a very long time. He appears to be consuming bullet, sachet whiskey, which is banned in Cameroon for first, its cheap nature, which makes the product affordable and perhaps leads to carefree intake, which in turn accounts for a great number of alcohol-related accidents or crimes. Secondly, the ban is to control the illegal production and sales of these locally produced sachet alcohol copies, which are considered a health and environmental hazard. He's probably gotten to the level where he's no longer really affected by the environment, whether he's seen or not. He patiently digests all the smoke that comes from the cigar. And this cigarette on dry grass is one of the causes of many bushfires. Yes, another. And another. This is the only drug abuser who agreed to talk to us.
I'm called Lois Joe, and I school at Government Technical School, Boya, and 16 years old. I'm in Form 4BC.
Lois Njo. I see fairy on your chest pocket. Why is that?
It's not my uniform. I borrowed it from a friend.